Welcome back to the Time Machine as we are getting ready for the next race in the 03 Cup Series. Here we are at the famous, the awesome, the beloved Rockingham Speedway, The Rock here in North Carolina. I'm James Watson, joined of course with my broadcast partners, Victor Aldrich and Carlos Acosta. First of all, Victor, what do you think we're going to see tonight?
Oh boy, this is a tough track here at Rockingham. I always struggle here, so I know we'll see quite a few other drivers struggle as well. Season's really winding down, and I think this is the sort of race that really separates the top from the cream of the top. And so we'll see the drivers that are really competing for the championship stand out today.
Absolutely. This is going to test everyone's skill trying to make it through, trying not to kill the tires, trying not to kill the car, and avoiding the calamity at Thunder Alley. Qualifications is going on and just starting to wrap up, I believe. Right now, your pole sitter is Joshua Chin in the 93 with a 23.326. And here are the point standings so far, although it's kind of hard to read at this point. So, we'll.
For some reason, it started in the middle of the standings. I'm not sure why. Let me see if I can quickly fix that for you guys.
Yeah, and it's
there
like
we go.
Super
yeah.
out of focus
Well, I can go ahead and tell it for you guys. Going into
Please.
tonight, Tate Lytle is still leading the points over second place Tyler Fody. Tyler Pop in third, Daniel Gore in fourth, and Layden Norgard is rounding out your top five here in points. And a pretty big gap, almost 100 points to Ryan Borges, Justin Wadsworth in seventh, Johnny Thomas in eighth. And actually, I don't know why I said over 100 points. It's actually... It's just a little over 10 points, so I'm not mathing correct. Johnny Thomas eighth, ninth is Ethan Stanley, and Caleb Becumer is your 10th place driver going into tonight's race.
Yeah, and speaking of math there, it's about that time of year we start doing some calculations and figure out who needs to finish where to get that championship all here at the end of the season.
Absolutely, as we have just about 45 seconds remaining in qualifying right now. See the 42 of Ryan Borges on track. Still out there turning laps.
I'd tell you, a great lap put in by Joshua Chin here at a provisional pole. That's not, I wouldn't say a surprise, but you really put in a heck of a lap, nearly almost a tenth quicker than second place right now, Tyler Fody.
Absolutely. It's not easy to do that, especially in this series.
Some tracks just, tend to work for certain drivers, and maybe this is one of those for Joshua. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I believe that's going to do it for qualifying.
It is, and everyone will be on the grid. Your front row, the 93 of Joshua Chin, joined by the 40 of Tyler Fody. Next is the 56 of Tate Lytle and the 91 of Ethan Stanley on row 2. 42 of Ryan Borges and the 59 of Caleb Becumer make up row 3. 69 to Daniel Gore and the 2 of Tyler Pop on row 4. Rounding out the top 10 is the 4 of Johnny Thomas and Ryan Gable in the 0-1. Row 6 is the 81 of Cale Pocock and the 12 of Layden Norgard starting in P12. Chris Wright, the 25, and Nick Massey in the 14 on the 48 on starting 14th rather. Frank Fody in the 41 and Joey Bailey in the 35 on row 8. Row 9 has the 08 of Trent Roloff and the 03 of David Phillips. David Westergreen 22 and Michael Goody round out the top 20 and toss over Victor for the rest of the starting grid.
Yeah, from there on back, we got Jacob Adams starting alongside Andrew Hardcastle. Next row, Sam Boutwell and Scott Crump. That'll be 23rd and 24th. Next row, 25th, is Mark Rabilas. Alongside him is Josh Clark and Andrew Rucker, rounding out the field in 27th.
Alrighty, there's your starting grid for tonight's action at Rockingham. Only one pace lap, with it only being a mile track, so not a whole lot of time for the drivers to get the cars prepared and their minds prepared.
Yeah, it comes at you quick when it's a mile track like this.
Exciting news for
race
the
name
series for next season is it's going to be sponsored by, I don't know if you guys got that news. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the news.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I don't know either, so we'll just go ahead and say
Yeah,
big
new sponsor
things are
next
happening.
season. Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty, as we see the pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Joshua Chin will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We are underway at the Rock. Already see Joey Bailey jumping to the outside, maybe making it 3 wide. See everyone barreling down into turn 1. Here's Calamity Corner off of turn 2, going on to Thunder Alley for the first time. So far, Chin will hold on to the lead over Tyler Fode. Joshua up there running the high line. That's the thing about Rockingham. You have many lines to work with. We are almost 3 wide here coming to lap 2.
Tires still getting up to temperature. These cars are sliding everywhere right now.
Absolutely. You'll love to see. Whoa, big save by Tyler Pop. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was very nearly Calamity. Woo.
Keeping those title hopes alive. Tyler Pop on the outside, almost losing it there off of 2.
Yeah, and everyone behind is thankful he held onto that 2 car. Oh, car hard into the wall, late Norgard. And he is still up there. Oh, that might be terminal for the 12. So far, not showing a meatball as of yet, but that 12 car is hurt.
Hate to see that this early on in the race.
Absolutely. We see a lot of cars ripping the lip up there at Rockingham. You have a lot of lines that are very viable here at this track. That's what makes this track so much fun.
Yeah, we got second and third really trying to decide which line works best right now with Fode and Stanley just really using every inch of track back here behind our leader, Joshua Chin.
Yeah, it is a bit of a concern though, because as we all know, on iRacing, running up high does tend to wear the tires a lot more, and this track is evil when it comes to tire wear. This is one of the most tire intensive racetracks in NASCAR history, honestly, and that's what makes it so good. That's what makes it so fun, is trying to figure out how to survive these corners without killing your car and your tires. And it really sets the guys who have that, you know, that depth of experience and talent from those that are still trying to figure it out, is being able to do that at a place like here.
Yeah, being able to be like aggressively patient, I call it. It's very hard to toe that line. But one thing to keep an eye on too, in regards to those tires, is the track temperature right now at 92 degrees early on in this race. The ambient temperature is 71 degrees, so hopefully we'll see that stay pretty moderate for the drivers and not creep up too high and add to their stress levels on the track.
Yeah, this is still fairly comfortable for Rockingham standards.
Being shown, Andrew Rucker has been involved in an issue, as he is slow on the track.
Oh, he sure has. That is 17 off pace.
A lot of smoke down the backstretch.
Oh! Oh! Wow.
Fortunate not to bring out a yellow there.
Yeah, typically don't see yellows when the car right there at the very inside of Thunder Alley does have a bit of a self-cleaning back straightaway here. But yeah, that's some significant damage for the 17 and probably for the 88 as well, as we see Stanley and Fody doing battle. I was wondering, because I heard Mark Robilas say Matt Kenseth sucks over the radio chatter. I was wondering what brought that on, but now
it wasn't even his
makes
fault.
A lot more sense. Right? It's like, hey, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's still kind of random.
And you know, that kind of brings up another topic of conversation with that self-clearing yellow. As a driver, sometimes middle towards the back of the pack, you know, I see a lot of these incidents at the front, and as a driver, you expect the caution to come out, but you have to keep in mind that iRacing may not throw it, and whether or not do you check up and slow down for the crash or not, depends on what track you're at, really.
Yeah, and that has been a bit of a hot topic in the past 24 hours or so. If anyone was watching the last night's Robilas Photography Grand National Series, the non-caution coming out of turn 4. So yeah, we obviously we still keep no manual yellows thrown. So sometimes that it doesn't always work out the best, as you see. You know, Adams and Brecker would have loved for that caution to come out, and I'm sure probably a few others.
And it's tough as a driver, though, to gauge, you know, when that caution's coming out, and some cars might back out and some will keep going because they don't think the caution will come out. It creates a whole nother situation in the back of the pack, too.
That's my viewpoint of it. Is it almost it almost promotes not checking up and ARCA braking in a way, because you can't bank on the caution coming out. So it's either keep your foot in it and pray, or check up and
caution.
Oh!
Speaking of.
Wow, big contact for Goody and Adams. And unfortunately, Leighton Norgard as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm seeing the replay here, and take a look. It's like the 44 on entry. Not sure if he was expecting the 88 to go a little deeper in the corner, but doesn't look like terminal damage really anywhere, except for maybe a Leighton Norgard yet again. But the other two should be able to keep going.
Yeah, poor Leighton, just wrong place, wrong time. That is nasty damage from the 12.
Yeah, that's hard contact.
Yeah, this is going to be a heck of a view. And blam! Oh, man.
That might even be worse than the contact he had earlier.
Left field, by the way.
Ooh, some staying out, some bringing it in. Interesting. A lot staying out, a lot bringing it in.
Yeah, nice split there. I'm interested to see how this will play out for a lot of these drivers, particularly Fody. See Fody, Pecumer, Tyler Pop, Gable.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because the guys that stayed out, they're going to be at a massive disadvantage right now. The tire difference will be staggering. So, yeah, but that's one less set of tires for those guys that brought it in. So we'll see. As we are now 1 to green.
Tyler Fode, his fastest lap was a 23.6. And by the end of lap 15, it looks like most of those drivers were running about a 24.2. So a half-second difference, you know, with those tires in just those 15, 20 laps.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this works out. If we get a long green flag run, this will work out to perfection for those that brought it down. But at Rockingham, Lord knows you can't bank on that.
And those drivers with fresh tires start about 15th on back.
We'll see how long it takes them to get up to the front as the pace car making that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Joshua Chin will lead us to the restart zone. Green means going. We're back underway at the Rock. Good jump from Chin, already on nearly 2 car lengths over Stanley as we go off down into turn 1 again. Thomas looking to the outside of Gore. So you see already side by side, deeper in the field. Crump on right and Westergreen on, I couldn't quite tell. Looks like Frank Fode. You see
Wreck.
ripping the, oh, chaos!
Oh, no,
no, wait, Norgard again! Caleb McHumer, Nick Massey.
Oh, my.
Well, if the first 2 hits didn't kill Lake Norgard, I think this one might be the death nail. And sure enough, the 12. Yeah, the 12 now has a meatball.
I don't know I've ever seen worse luck for one driver in 20 laps. The first 20 laps of a race in my life.
I know, right? Racing God said, heck with this guy in particular. And, oh!
And you can see the front tires were locked in, so he was holding the brakes.
Yeah. No chance there.
Yeah. The 4
wide.
That did not work. It's like 01 got into the 28 and sent the 28 down into these 2.
And a lot of times you don't know you're 4 wide in those moments.
Yeah. Couldn't tell who came down on who, if it was Gable,
we'll go back to
that, or what.
My goodness.
Oh, that is feeling. No kidding. You feel like Cleveland when these the bathtub's about to fall out of the house. Now.
Yeah. Like couldn't really quite tell. There was a lot of fighting for room there, but a part of that green car there might have came down off the wall a bit. Not much room there. Very close fighting for the same position almost.
I don't know if the 28 came down or if the 01 came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say because they're right at like the first curve of the straightaway, so kind of an odd curve here at Rockingham, which really adds to its unique charm.
Meeting up at the save spot there, yeah.
Yeah, race control is giving the tally out to the 01, and Gable doesn't seem to be disputing it, so I guess that's job done for the ruling on that. You see Tyler Pop getting incident.
The 99 ran to the back of the 48.
Yeah, so Nick Massey was also an innocent bystander in that.
Pretty exciting first opening laps here. We've been away for a few weeks, but these guys are trying to shake off the rust.
No kidding. Yeah, I don't think there's probably much damage on that 48 car. I think all things considered, Nick Massey got away pretty well.
Yeah, pretty much a Leighton Norgard was yet again the one to take on the most damage.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for you, Leighton. If you're watching, we feel bad for you.
Yeah, if you want to have a
Don't mean to
word,
be-
is he in chat?
no, I don't know. I'm just letting him know if he is.
Oh yeah. Alrighty,
Norgard
well the
exiting
pace
pit road.
car get ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Joshua Chin will once again lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at the Rock.
Another great jump.
Yeah, I think Stanley might have been a little closer this time, but still a massive jump off of the start for Chin. Oh, I think he got loose a little bit. You see moves starting to happen once again, right, going by Pocock into turn 3. Kale trying to fight back on the outside, and he will keep the nose on the quarter panel of the 25.
Fighting hard on that high line.
Yeah, Kale not giving it up, and he once again keeps the nose up there. But it's nerve-wracking. It's really hard to be side by side off of turn 2. Who here at Rockingham, the track just feels like it tightens up so much. It's almost corner exit at Dover on steroids, like even more terrifying, which is saying a lot because corner exit at Dover is spooky when you're alongside another car.
Yeah, you get a real good idea who you can trust, who you can be around at tracks like this. See for the lead. Stanley's closing back up on Chin.
He is. Just right having to give up the fight on Kale Pocock and tucks behind the 81. So once again, everyone just ripping the lip here.
So we had those cars also take tires 2 cautions ago, among those Tyler Fody and Joey Bailey, Ryan Gable. I believe Westergreen did not, but those guys are now up to 11th, 12th place, so slowly making their way back through the field.
Yeah, I think for the most part, the guys that took tires are still trying to stretch them, you know, even with the advantage or not, just going reckless abandon. You know, trying not to just absolutely burn the heck out of these.
And with the cautions we've had already, maybe taking it a little easy in that sense too.
Yep.
Chin feeling the pressure here a bit from Stanley. Let's see how much of a fight he puts up.
Yeah, as you see Tyler Fody going by Pops. Joey Bailey trying to follow through.
Oh, Stanley in the wall bit.
He sure is. That's going to cost him a lot of time off of Joshua Chin.
Shout out to Ryan Borges right now in 4th place. Great run early on here. Love to see that.
Yeah, another in the long line of great runs for the 42 car this season. Within striking distance of the point leader, Tate Lytle right there.
Might be talking about those two before it's all said and done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Fody continues to try to march through the field, looking on Crump now, and there's just a wall of cars up ahead. Not
Whoa!
much needs to move.
Big sideways for Kale Pocock,
Yeah.
having to make a save and a half right there.
He was on the low line there, and typically been seeing him up high, so yeah, it seems the low line is a bit tough for Kale at the moment.
Yeah. See him spent most of the race up here running the wall. His first venture down low was not a fruitful one. I think Goody has brought the 44 down pit road as well. I think he might be parking it. It's been a rough night for Goody here so far.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Also saw him kind of dragging the wall at one point, so maybe got some extra wheel damage.
See Pocock on the outside trying to get back past the 4 Johnny Thomas.
Oh, real tight off of 2 with Fody and Crump. Sorry, I'm a little further back in the field here, but these guys are really racing hard.
Absolutely, and they're both awesome trying to get by Chris Wright. I think this is all Lake Norman Donnybrook here. Joey Bailey trying to join the fun.
Look at his setup. He's got lights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great camera shot there, Scott Crump. See how hard he's fighting the wheel through the corner. It's that easy here.
Absolutely. It's so much fun. Whoa, as you see Bailey throwing a bit of a slider on the 1.
Great move.
And now here comes Ryan Gable to the inside of Scott Crump. Crump is having to fight them off from all sides, and there goes Ryan.
They say swatting flies. That's what he's doing in there right now.
Absolutely, just needs the white gloves. Now, Scott jumps to the bottom, sends it into the corner. Wow, whoa, and Bailey going low. That was almost disastrous. The front of the 1 was just a little longer. That would have taken many cars out. Oh, look at this massive humanity. Tyler Popp and Nick Massey have joined the fray.
And with each different line that these guys are choosing, they're gaining advantages on exit or entry, depending on which line they're choosing. And it's really just almost like a yo-yo or a rubber band going back and forth.
Yeah, this is why the Rock rocks, because all these different lines, all this great hard racing, everyone giving it their all, battling for position on the edge. This is fun. Crump jumps in front of the 25. Tyler Popp behind, almost got the wall.
Well done by everyone there, keeping it clean. You'll love to see that.
Absolutely. See the 88 car not that far behind. Jacob Adams doing well despite being involved in a couple incidents tonight. See Tyler Fody, the highest on tires, up to P7. So I gotta say, the older tires are hanging on a lot better than I would have anticipated, Victor.
I 100% agree. I thought we would see significant fall off, and instead, the guys at the front are still running 24.5-second laps, and Fody only had a 24.3, not significantly quicker like we anticipated.
Yeah, I was expecting them to be outside of the top 10 already at this point, but they are still amongst the fastest cars on the track. I mean, it makes sense, and some of the top guys in the series are amongst those that stayed out.
Interesting to see how long we can make it on a tank of fuel here. I'm not entirely sure what that could potentially be.
Yeah, I think we almost had a near miss with the race leader and the 17, Andrew Rucker.
Seems it caught our leader Joshua Chin off guard a bit, maybe with letting the leader by.
See the 17 right there in front of P2 Ethan Stanley.
Yeah, we haven't seen Andrew Rucker too much this year, at least I don't recall. So it's kind of hard sometimes if you're not in the series as regularly to make those kind of judgment calls. And I apologize if I'm wrong on that. I just don't recall. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure for either. See 91 trying to look to the inside. Oh, he's in the wall!
Not what Stanley wants to see right now. He's got Lyle right behind him. He's going to give him a little room, I think, but these guys need to get by ASAP. Rucker not making it easy.
No, he's not. I don't think he's trying to make it hard. It's just one of those things. He said himself he's dealing with the damaged car from that early race incident with Goody.
And it's going to cost Stanley a spot.
Yeah. As Lytle to the inside of Rucker, and he will clear.
Maybe a little frustrating for Stanley to see Lytle have such quick success there getting by the lap car of Rucker. Not that Rucker is intentionally holding him up or anything, but when you see that happen, you're just like, oh, why couldn't I get by that easy?
Yeah, it's the ultimate, oh, come on moment of the driver's seat. It's like, oh, okay, I see how it is. Even though, of course, that's not how it is.
See Josh Clark going a lap down up ahead here as Lytle focuses now on the leader. Really quick right now. Lytle's flying.
He is just zoomed right up to the rear of the 93. As Ethan Stanley still trying to get by the 17. And now he has the 28 to contend with, who's also a lap down. And here comes everyone now. He's got Tyler Fode, Daniel Gore, Ryan Borges. Oh boy, this is getting hairy. As Stanley finally free of the lap traffic.
Very tense here in the mid-pack. And up front for the lead. At the line.
They are dead even at the starting line. Chin going up high. Tate line. Tatel. I think that might be a new nickname. Tatel takes the lead from Joshua Chin and off of turn 2. Championship leader, the one with the most wins this season, is Shoei, as he's already up about a car length over the 93, who has dominated the first quarter of this race tonight.
I think Lytle is just the master, as you mentioned early on, at saving tires for the end of a run. No one does it better, in my opinion.
Absolutely. It's witchcraft. You just don't know how someone could be that fast and that good on their tires.
And just a little further back from these two, though, is third place. We got Tyler Fode, who is on fresher tires by 17 laps. We'll see that overlap come up here eventually, but he's caught up here quite a bit in recent laps.
Yeah. As you can see, rest of the top 10 get by some of the lap traffic. Oh, Rucker in the wall again, and Bailey right behind. Rucker's doing his best, and he just sees all this behind him. Is Tyler Pop going to take advantage, get by Bailey and Rucker?
This is not an easy track to be off pace and letting others by. There's not much good area to do it. Like, corner exit tightens up so fast, and just really gotta do your best as a Carlos
Oh,
Acosta.
here we go.
Stanley.
Ethan Stanley. First one to pit, as we've
All right.
seen many a time this season. But
We'll get back.
and
Uh-oh.
there it is! Oh my goodness! Are you
No.
kidding
I
me?
can't believe it.
You cannot make this up, folks. This is like the 4th time this has happened. There's a reason why we call this getting
Wow.
Ethan Stanley. You
He should drive
cannot make this up. He just barely made it onto pit road. I'm sorry for Ethan Stanley.
lost
I'm
the lap.
not
Loses the
celebrating
lap.
it. Oh my
He
god.
lost the lap just by
Oh.
like 10 feet.
That is. You can't make this up,
Wow.
everyone. You can't. Like, this is just unbelievable.
Hmm. Couldn't tell if there was contact there with, oh, there was with Fody. Yeah, Piers got into the. Yeah, we're left
Yeah.
rear.
Ooh. And oh wow,
Yeah.
Trent Roloff. Oh wow, Ethan Stanley has left the building.
Oh no.
I honestly don't
Wow.
blame him. That's just horrible luck.
Heartbreaking.
And like he could see it in the mirror too. That happened at pit road entry. But I think we're gonna go ahead and take a quick ad break, and we will be back with you shortly.
Yeah, we don't have the commercials anymore since the race has gone through, but we do have something we can talk about. Let me go ahead and see if I can quickly pull that up. Sponsor reads. I want to thank Worldwide Technology Raceway. They are a motorsports racing facility in Madison, Illinois, just east of St. Louis, Missouri, close to the Gateway Arc. It features a 1.25-mile oval that hosts the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series, as well as the NTT IndyCar Series. It has a 2-mile infield road course used by the Speed Tour Trans Am, SCCA, and the Porsche Club of America. Has a quarter-mile NHRA-sanctioned drag strip that hosts the annual NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series Midwest Nationals event, as well as the Carplex, a state-of-the-art karting facility. Also want to thank our other premier sponsors, Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. Don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. Guys, take it away.
Yes, sir. As we see everyone 1 to green. Pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Tyler Fody will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at the Rock.
Yeah, and as you can tell, Fody did stay out on track. He has 40. Actually, no, Fody did come in. I apologize. Everyone with fresh tires.
Hardcastle got a black flag on that restart.
That is rough for Andrew Hardcastle. Heartbreaking too. He's having a good run.
Oh, contact with Rucker and
Oh!
Gore. Gore saves it for now.
Oh no, he doesn't. Going around. Oh,
That
and
was Rucker that got into him.
thankfully Danny G looks like he's gotten no damage from it, but boy, howdy, that could have potentially, just barely gets him. Danny G had it saved, but then overcorrects back up the track, but Gore is lucky that I don't think there's any, if at all, damage on the 69 car. That could have been bad for Daniel Gore.
That 17 car is making life pretty difficult for the leaders here tonight. I don't think it's anything intentional, but I know it's at the point where, you know, maybe putting the car at the back of a restart might be best for everyone here. But he does have every right, of course, to be up at the front for those restarts on the inside line. Yeah, you're seeing Rucker actually get the wave around for the lucky dog as well, so a bit of a surprise there.
Yeah, honestly worked out great for him since the caution ended up happening after the initial contact happened and he got by.
And now he will start towards the tail end of the field, anyway. On the lead lap, too, so let's see what he can do with the rest of this race.
Yeah.
It all worked out.
As I believe we are about to be 1 to green right now.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm seeing Tate Lytle back at 17th.
You are correct. I'm seeing him back there too.
There's conversation on the radio, but I'm not sure what led to him being this far back.
Yeah, the debate rages on.
So that leaves us with our top 5 at the restart. Tyler Fody, Joshua Chin, Ryan Borges, Tyler Popp, and Ryan Gable. About to get back to the green flag here as they come off of turn 4.
Yes, sir. Pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Tyler Fody will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at the Rock. Good jump from Joshua Chin. He is right on the back of that 40 car. Borges not that far behind either. And
they were ready for that one.
Absolutely. Tyler Popp, first one to jump up high, trying to see if he can get the run around the 42. Nothing doing yet. Most are still wrapping that yellow line. Stark contrast from what we saw for the most of the first quarter of this race. See side by side Pocock and Massey a little further in the top 10.
Hardcastle on pit road.
Yeah, I think they ended up issuing him a drive-through penalty for the all the confusion and the lineup issue. But it looks like he's still going to maintain the lead lap for now. Obviously, he's going to want to caution soon, but not the end of the world so far for the 38 as Pop going around the outside almost gets the wall, but he, more importantly, gets that outside position on the 42. And he will clear Tyler Pop up into P3.
Tate Lytle watch up to 15th.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting watching that 56 car now having to make his way up through the field. But, you know, that's old hat for Tate Lytle.
Sure.
How many times have we seen him have adversity, being seemingly out of it, only to come back and bring home the dub anyways? I don't think anyone is worried for the 56. See Tyler Pop gaining on Joshua Chin for P2.
Yeah, real close up here at the front. Top 5 all separated by less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, as you see, Crump and Gable battle for the last spot in the top 10. Jacob Adams joining the fight as well. Frank Brody too. Looks like Scott Crump will win the battle for now, up into P9 actually. As there goes Pop. Yep, he pops out a line to the outside of Joshua Chin, and he will get the move done.
Chin seems to be struggling a bit, maybe on corner entry. Car very loose there on entry to turn 1 that time by.
Yeah, it looks like he's more committed to running lower this time around.
And just like that, Pop has got to the rear spoiler of Fody. He is not messing around.
Yeah, he is wanting to get to that lead. As you see, he pulls a bit of a crossover, jumps down on corner exit, getting the run on 40. Tyler going up high. We'll hold off Pot for now.
Yeah, Pop's got this car working incredibly well right now, just really rotating through the center.
Yeah, he's running that outside perfectly, but how much pace will the 2-car have as we get down towards the end of this run?
That's very true.
Tyler Pop is another one that seems to have it down as far as that balance of going fast but saving tire. See Borges looking to see maybe if he could get by the 93 Joshua Chin.
Front of the field a bit more packed up at the front than we've seen all night. Usually we've seen about 2 or 3 cars get away. Now we're seeing, I think, about 8 or so all staying together.
Yeah, you wonder if everyone might be wanting to just back it down a little more now that they got a good run in and they know what their tire wear is looking like and what they need to mess with and adjust driving style wise.
Settling into a bit of a rhythm here.
Yep. Pop got a little close to the turn 2 wall once again.
Yeah, I really thought Pop was going to get to Fody and just kind of drive by the way how fast he got to him, but not the case at all. In fact, he's having a really hard time just getting alongside here.
Yeah, I think it's difficult because Fody is now running the high side. What helped Pop out was because everyone else was running low, so he was able to ship it around the top and get by fairly easily. But with Fody looking to run the outside, just not giving the lane that Tyler Pop needs. So Tyler having to figure out another way to take over the race.
Fody drops low this time through 3 and 4.
Yeah, given the lane that Pop needs, but wasn't quite close enough to take advantage of it. Seems like Fody is really kind of changing it up. Down low, 1-2, up high, 3-4. But now, of course, as I say that, both of them wrapping the yellow line.
Yeah, definitely searching for grip, searching for speed, like what's working best, and kind of adding that to their memory bank right now.
Absolutely.
Track temp only gone up 3 degrees since we started, so not much of a factor in regards to track conditions changing. A lot more rubber being put down, but not seeing the tire degradation I think that we may have expected.
Yeah, you're right about that. Figure tire wear would be a lot worse, especially with these cars at this track. But just not the case. Behind these lead for Joey Bailey battling with Cale Pocock. Now Cale up into the top 5. Whoa, almost got the wall. Cale Pocock wheeling that 81 car.
I mean, you can diamond a corner, and then there's, you know, shooting it straight up the corner to the top of the track like that. That's something else there by Cale. Great line. I personally could not pull that off.
Yeah, that's more along the lines of the line I read here. I either diamond or run, just wrap the yellow and try to save tires that way. It definitely seems like the diamond is the best play, especially in 1 and 2, because it just wrap the line the whole way through 1 and 2. It gives you not that great of an exit. You're kind of having to shoot up straight towards the wall. Not only is that slower, it hurts your tires more, and you're getting up into that wall.
Yeah, getting that late apex off the corner, especially off turn 2, it's so, like you mentioned, tight there on exit, and being able to cut that and get straight down the back stretch as soon as, or as early as possible is definitely the key.
Yeah, and while we were discussing that, you saw a bit of a moment for Tyler Pop.
Yeah.
He's now down to P4 as the 81 continues to make some serious hay. Our Daytona winner trying to see if he can get back in victory lane. There he goes around the outside of Chin. He's got the run and kinda has the position. Chin was clear, but didn't take it. Now leaves it open again, and now Pocock's got it. Whoa, a bit of a moment for both cars off of 4.
I wasn't here for Daytona, but I love to see Pocock at the front. This is incredible. Good run for him.
Yeah.
Got the Colonel on the side.
Yeah. Kentucky Fried Chicken about to take the spot off of Chin.
I think he has the secret recipe working here.
Yeah. Kentucky Fried Chin with that move. Different type of KFC. This Joshua tucks in line, and now Cale trying to get by Tyler Fody.
Now Fody might want to get back to that high line in 3 and 4 to prevent Cale from getting by. As at this rate, it's looking, knock on wood, kind of like when Pop was getting up to him earlier.
Just a little kiss. Un
Yeah, it's
besito.
working. Like a Darlington stripe almost.
The Rockingham version. See, once again, Fody, like he did with Pop, holding the outside now, not given the lane that Cale needs to take the lead of this race. Now here comes Chin fighting back on the inside. Oh, Cale got the wall. That might cost him second. Not quite. He hangs on the quarter panel. Fody just defending both lanes as these two absolutely throwing haymakers at each other right now.
Almost reminds me of like IndyCar, where you can get up to second, but you can't pass the lead.
No kidding. Clean air is king apparently here once again.
Now Fody looking great out front though, fending off all comers. Seen him do it all season long. Let's see if he can close the deal as we are closing in on the halfway point.
Yes, sir, as Gorgeous Bailey battling it out for the last spot in the top 5. Great run for Joey Bailey right now. I think he might be flirting with his first top 5 of the season.
Oh,
Had
that's
a lot
great.
of good top 10 runs, but I don't think he got into the top 5 this season.
And it's interesting to see the drivers that kind of emerge at tracks like this. And,
Whoa!
you know, Pocock and Bailey, Joshua Chin, obviously, these guys having great runs tonight.
Hang on to it, Kale. That was the no good, terrible, awful, very bad lap for Kale Pocock. Got the wall, got sideways. Oh, he got the wall again. One last time for good measure. Still somehow holds on to P2, and oh, he's in the wall again.
It's somehow working. I don't know how, but
It really is. Chin can clear. Slide job from the 93, and he will take back second. Oh, man.
he's got the wooden block in the right side of the door frame. And Chin thought it might work for him too, so he goes up there and smacks the wall 1 and 2.
Sorry, Gabe will get the wall.
That looks like it might have been one too many hits for Pocock, though. He's fallen back a bit, run the high line a bit much, and could have maybe worn out those tires on that high line.
Absolutely. You see those that spent most of the time on the bottom, like Chin and Fody, they are holding on to first and second and running away, as now Pop will retake third place. We are past 100 laps of the sub or a Hoagie 200. The name, of course, the I guess certain sandwich company was most recent event sponsor. The last time the Cup Series was here at the Rock way back in 2004, when a certain number 9 Dodge should have won that race, but he didn't because the racing gods, I don't know, hate him apparently. Yes, I'm bitter. Whoa! Almost contact between the 35 and the 42.
Leaders coming up on Rucker, but I believe I'm hearing over the radio that Rucker might be calling it a day here once they get to him. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Here comes Nick Massey making his way onto the scene as these two fight it out. Seaboard just finally getting the pass done on Joey Bailey.
Yeah, Rucker pulling down to pit lane, calling it a day, it looks like.
Looks like that is night done for the 17.
Three up front, Bodie, Chin, and Pop. They've been there for most of the night, running nose to tail here.
Yeah, Pop's starting to get a little closer once again. Lost some time a few laps ago, but now he's gaining it back. He is once again starting to throw his hat in the ring for battle for the win.
Yeah. Still don't have a real gauge on how many laps we get on a fuel tank. They made it 62 laps before that first caution.
Oh, chaos!
Oh, there we go.
We got a caution. Sam Boutwell up into the wall. I think he might have got help.
And I imagine we will see cars pit here during this caution.
Oh, yeah.
This might be able to get right on the edge to maybe make it the rest of the way. I'm not sure, but
See, gets hit from behind, 38, and Andrew Hardcastle. Almost a carbon copy of the Goody Adams incident that brought out the first caution.
Just that braking distance can be hard to gauge, you know. It can even change lap to lap for some drivers depending on the line you take, so very tricky.
Especially here at Rockingham. Because you could brake at that little rock sign on corner entry, or you can brake way later and still get through the corner fairly well. So you have multiple ways to enter the corner, and that's why you see incidents like that happen a fair amount. Obviously, the second time we've seen that incident this race alone.
Leaders in on pit lane.
See who's gonna win the race off of pit road, and it's so close. I think it might have been Chin.
I think you're right. By a nose.
Yeah, number
by a
one
chin.
Pit box.
I hate to say it, but that was good.
That was fantastic. The number one pit box working out great for both Joshua Chin and Victor Aldrich tonight, apparently.
So the top three remain the same. Got Borges watching on in fourth. That's where he's been kind of hanging out. See if he can make some moves here in this next run.
It looks like Pocock has lost some spots here.
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, down into P13 when he brought it down pit road, I think about 7th or 8th or so. Alrighty, we are 1 to green already. Cautions go by fast here at Rockingham.
Oh, Kale did go past the pit box is what happened there.
That is unfortunate for Kale. As we see the pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Joshua Chin will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at the Rock. And once again, 93 shot out of a cannon as we shoot down into turn 1. Borges looking to the inside of Tyler Pop, trying to jump him into P3. Here comes Bailey, trying to take advantage of this battle as well. Massey and Crump side by side going down the front stretch.
Heck of a launch for Joshua Chin. He's out front by almost a second right now.
Yeah, he's got these restarts nailed down tonight. Let's see, Andrew Rucker on the apron once again.
Fast lap of the race, Chin.
Yeah, he's really laying it down here.
He really is. Saw a puff of smoke. Not sure where that came from.
Yeah. Not sure if that was a barbecue in the infield or maybe Andrew Rucker had a little loop, but...
Oh, speaking of loop, around goes
they're going.
In front of David Westergreen. Caution is back out.
Looks like he's okay.
Yeah, I think David Westergreen fortunately got the run of it. D West, of course, not happy.
Oh yeah, Pocock lost it off 4 right in front of Western Green.
Had it, lost it, right down the track into the 22.
May have been one of those self-clearing cautions otherwise.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just bad luck for the 22. No meatball, but that's going to be some fairly extensive repairs for that Caterpillar Dodge-ish Ford Taurus Intrepid.
Smashed in right now. He's currently 12, but gonna see if he comes down pit lane.
Bodie.
Indeed, he does.
Never mind. Fody must have done a fake crump down pit road.
Yeah, Crump, Thomas, Gable, Westergreen, and Revilis.
I think, you know, about now, they could maybe make it the rest of the way. It's getting to that point where it's close, and that's why Fody might have been faking out a little.
Feel only for these guys.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's a good strat and puts pressure on those up front if we do manage to go caution-free for the rest of this race.
Yeah, they're coasting it.
Very interesting. Meanwhile, Andrew Rucker has officially retired from the race.
Tate Lytle up to 7th after his miscue, you know, about 40 laps or so ago. So making his way back up.
Yes, sir. The prophecy must be fulfilled.
Look at that. Frank Fody also rounding out the top 10. Great run for the 41.
Yeah, it's a hasn't been the greatest run of races for Frank Fody, so this was a performance he desperately needed.
Old school track. It's got kind of an old school driver feel, so.
Absolutely is.
Like hand in hand.
Yes, sir. See, we are 1 to green once again. Pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn down pit road. Joshua Chin is gonna lead us to the restart zone. Creamy's going, we're back underway at the Rock.
Wow. I think he has a different gear.
He must. Another great restart from Joshua Chin.
He just hooks up when he gets going. That's something.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing anyone else can do to keep with that 93 is more just trying to get by Pop. You see Tate Lytle around the 48 of Nick Massey. Daniel Gore trying to join him.
Pick up
Pop.
the spots on the restart.
Pop flirting with the wall again.
Look at Joey Bailey looking on Borges.
Yeah, Joey Bailey consistently top 5 for the majority of this race, trying to make it top 4.
I think he sees that 56 in his rearview mirror, a little extra motivation.
Yeah. Be motivation for any of us seeing that. See Bailey looking to the outside. Nothing doing.
These guys are driving extremely hard here, just sliding the cars off the corner.
Yeah, meanwhile, Chin and I assume Bodie are just chilling for the most part.
Jinx Borges there, he was 45 degrees pitch sideways off of 4.
Yeah, no kidding.
Looks like Bailey will get that spot for 4th a little easier than he anticipated.
And round goes Tate into the top 5.
Joshua Chin up the track right now, 1.8 seconds. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he is pulling away rapidly.
Yeah, I would have figured that there might be some tire saving, but absolutely no saving, it looks like right now, from our race leader. So you see that 56 inching ever closer. Meanwhile, Fody now in full defense, running up the top, trying to hold back the 2. Tyler Pop getting real sick of seeing the rear of that 40 car.
You gotta have really strong, what's the word I'm looking for? Just, you gotta really hold it at the bottom though, as best you can at this point. Even if you want to go to the high side, you know there's more speed up there. Want to make that pass and get around, you might be able to, but you're gonna save your tires on the inside as maybe riding around for the time being right now.
Absolutely.
There goes Pop to the inside, and this would work out perfect.
Let's see, will we see a slide job? Maybe trying, but Fody gonna stay alongside the 2, but so far Pop inching out just ahead.
And meanwhile, closing the gap back up on Joshua Chin. I'm not sure what's going on, but they've closed a whole second on that gap.
While battling side by side, and Tyler Pop can't get the pass done on the inside. Here comes Bailey to the outside of the 2. And Pop having to save it a little bit. It's gonna give Bailey the opportunity. He's keeping it around the outside of the 2.
What a move.
And he's got the track position. He's about to get the actual position. He inches ahead of the 2. Tyler Pop doing everything he can to at least take back 3rd, but I don't think so. And he might be losing P4 here, because look at Tate Lytle lining up behind. Tate jumping down to the bottom, though. I think he's still on tire conservation mode. You see Joshua Chin, like you were saying, Victor, is now in the shot right there. The entire top 5 in one camera shot. This is what you love to see. Almost the whole top 6.
I'm trying to figure out what happened to Chin. Did he try to test out, hey, well, let me just see, like, go for it and see what happens? And is this what happens? I don't know, but he is suddenly being swallowed up by the top 5.
Yeah, look at that. Oh,
he's coasting. He's saving.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting.
Look at the RPM into the entry of the corner.
Interesting. I think he might have figured out what the likes of Crump and company were doing with their strat to bring it down pit road. The question is it too late?
That would put him on like 90 laps for a full fuel run, which I'm be amazed if he can do it, if that'd be something else.
Yeah, he thinks it might be too little too late on this one, but we'll see. We'll see how it works, as he's just getting swamped by everyone in this fuel save. There it goes to 69, looking to get by.
Look who's P2.
As if we were surprised. Welcome back to the front, Tate Lytle. So Joey Bailey holds off Ryan Borges to hold on to the last spot in the top 3. Massey will clear the 93. Chris Wright, Frank Fody looking to join him.
Looks like Borges' car is coming back around late in this run. That low line seems to be the place to be. You're going to have a long run.
Absolutely. Bordeaux, that's where I'd be if I was out here. If I was out here, I'd be running the bottom in P15. I don't know if you can listen to me. Borges and Bailey fighting. Looks like Borges is going to take third back.
Oh, wow.
Great move on the inside.
A little stacked up there and allow Bailey to get back to the outside again, but Borges should clear off it too.
Yeah, Tate maybe might have had to check up a little bit.
Oh,
Entering the corner.
Gore and Pop, a
Fodi's-
little contact.
Yeah. White and blue Taurus on white and blue Taurus violence. Oh.
Lidle in the wall.
Oh man, this is just wild. Massive humanity going for essentially the win. Top 6 just under a blanket right now.
I feel like I need an extra set of eyeballs here. This is madness at the front.
No kidding. Bailey tried to hang on the outside of Pop, and Pop will get by. Danny G with a huge run through the center. He's going to hang on the outside of Bailey, and he's going to take the spot.
And not too much further back from this is Frank Fodi. Actually having a great run right now, really putting down some great lap times, passing a lot of guys on the inside. I think his tires are really holding on really well on that inside line.
Absolutely. See there, Joshua Chin right behind on the fuel safe strat. Now Nick Massey trying to make his way by Joey Bailey. It's like the 35 cars start and fall off right now.
Yeah, he's been up there on the high side for about 10 laps now.
Oh, meanwhile, pass for the lead. Lytle to the inside of Tyler Fodi.
I think you can get away with that high line for like 2 or 3 laps, and you got to get right back down.
Absolutely, otherwise you're just co-signing the death of your tires. Tyler Pop did not hear you, and he jumps back up trying to pass Ryan Borges.
Yeah, we'll go up there, make a pass, drop right back in line to the bottom.
Quick development, guys. Kel Pocock has passed Joshua Chin for 10th place. Kel Pocock is the first driver of those that came in to top off in that last caution period.
Oh, very good.
Interesting.
And surprising to hear how far back Chin has fallen since this restart.
Yeah. And the whole strategy is predicated on whether or not he'll be able to actually make it. I think unless he can make it, I don't think that was the way to go. I think at that point, you might just go, okay, well, my bet is made. I'm just going to stay out onto the track and hope that there's a caution at some point. Because now he's in that in-between where if we get a caution, he's hosed because he gave up all that track position. If we go green, he's hosed because he had to give up track position to those that pitted that were able to make it easier because he has to save more. So I just
Doesn't work either way.
Nope.
We'll see what happens. There's still time, but if we don't have a caution, it's not out of the question he could be a lap down before this next round of pit stops.
Absolutely. It all depends on how much he's going to actually have to save. Obviously, we have absolutely no idea what's going on. He could be able to make it fairly easily. Everyone, even those that pitted, might not be able to make it at all anyways. It's all conjecture. We have no clue. We're right there with you folks at home with knowing how this is all gonna work out. So we're just commentating on what we see.
Yeah, my guess would have been like 80 laps, green flag on a fuel tank. That's just a ballpark guess. And this would put them at about 90 laps if they go all the way to the finish green flag. So I don't know if there's enough in the leader's tank.
Well,
25 car.
yep, Chris Wright will be the first to bring her down. As Tate Lyle continues to work over the 40 and Tyler Fode.
These top five really separated themselves from the rest of the field. Fode, Lytle, Pop, Gore, and Borges. They've got about 2 seconds or so back to 6. So interesting to see these guys and how it plays out. I think this could be where the winner comes from.
Yeah, I got my eyes on that 69 car. He was not in that lead fray for the majority of this run, and I think that's a good thing because I think that 69 car must have been focusing on the tire save. Now he's up here potentially with a little healthier rubber, maybe able to make something happen here. As he's looking to the inside of the 2 car. He's probably going to be starting giving up that pace fairly soon with how hard he's been running and how much he's been running that outside lane.
Lap time still showing pretty strong, 24.7s for the leaders, so not too far off from what they were running earlier. Track temperature back down to 92 degrees, so that has not been an issue here today either. Just interesting to see how far they can make it on fuel.
Sir, that's the $1 million question here. As Tate looks inside again. Fode continues to hold that outside lane. Pulls ahead of the 56. Tyler Pop looking to follow him through, take advantage of the 56 running the inside. Nothing doing for any of these parties. Still no change. Let's see. Oh, there's contact. We're still staying green. Contact between the 08 and the 88. Nearly a caution, but Adams was able to hold on to it. My word.
Yeah, those cars are the ones that did stop for fuel, so almost self-sabotaging their own strategy there.
No kidding. Battle of the fast food brands, KFC versus McDonald's. Looks like KFC will get the position on McDonald's right now. Once again, Tate tried the inside of Tyler Fode.
That high line off of 2 just working so well for the 40 car.
Yeah, in the shades of Richmond last month where Tate was doing everything he could to get by the 40, but Tyler able to hold him off on the outside every time until the pit strategy changed it up and put the ball in Tate's court as Cale Pocock bringing it down. Apparently not sticking with the fuel strat after all. Like Nick Massey down as well.
I wonder if that means that nobody could have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Maybe needed some cautions.
Or maybe he just wasn't quite trying to do it because, as you see, he was running hard. He was up in the top 10, where the majority of those that came in for that fuel stop are towards the back of the pack, like Scott Crumb, so might have needed a little extra fuel save that Kale had no interest in. Watch Tyler pop as he watches the battle for the lead.
Yeah, gaps now starting to form amongst the top 5 as we hit the later part of this run. Really starting to see the top 3 now separate, especially the top 2.
Yeah, there you see Daniel Gore on pit road.
Yeah, Gore, he was
the
up in the top 5. Gets to his box. Looks like a clean entry.
David Phillips there in amongst the lead battle. Did David just hit? Oh,
yeah,
Tyler Pop going in.
Yeah, the pressure tires there on Phillips, trying to get a lap back here on the leaders.
Yeah, this is inconvenient for all 3 parties right now. Flip over to Johnny Thomas battling with Frank Cody, Ryan Gable. Here comes Chris right behind them on the freshies. Do you see Tate Lytle on pit road?
Something I'm noticing also, Joshua Chin, who fell all the way back in that run, is now only 3 seconds off of Tyler Fode again.
Interesting.
I don't know how that's happening.
Wait to see how that ends up.
To start the run so fast and to go so far back, and I know cars have pitted, but to get back so close at least to the net leader is amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Makes you wonder what in the world the 93 is doing. Andrew Hardcastle just received the meatball.
Yeah, but he's been parked in pit road for 30 minutes. He just left his engine running and it blew up.
Oof. Tyler Brody continues to stay out. It looks like he's going to be playing the overcut, which I think is also going to be a carbon copy of what we saw at Richmond. That's how Tate Lytle won that race. He went for the heavy overcut.
Yeah, this is going to be real fun if we get this to all play out under green flag, where everyone gets out of pit lane, and how many laps they have on their tire is going to make a world of difference.
Absolutely. See the leader on the fuel strat, Scott Crumb, sitting in 4th place.
Now we are at 30 laps to go. It's going to go by quick.
Oh, look at this massive humanity that Tyler Pop is having to get through. You see a little bit ahead, Danny G got ahead of the 2 car on the pit cycle.
It is tense back here.
There goes Tate. Tate behind both of the 2 blue and white Fords. Tate tried to work his way past Cale Pocock. It's one of the earliest to stop.
gap between first and second now up to 2 seconds back to Borges, excuse me. Seems to be losing a lot of pace, so maybe you'll see that 42 in this lap.
Yeah, I think you're probably going to be right. Yep,
There
there
it
it
goes.
is.
From the top of the track. He's like, I can't go more.
Yeah, a bit hairy with Mark Morales there on the inside.
Joshua Chin is lifting about halfway down the straightaways.
Interesting. So still a fairly significant fuel save. And right now he is, if we do factor him in as a fuel saver, he's leading the fuel save strategy over Scott Brown.
Down the front stretch, that time by, it was at the start-finish line. In fact, he was off the gas.
Frank Bodie bringing it down. We're under 25 laps to go here from the Rock. And here's a big battle for position. Gore right and Pop. Strange sounding boy band. And Tate Lytle following them. Both of those get by Chris Wright the earliest to pit.
And I can tell you with certainty, Tyler Fode is not saving. They both, Fode and Chin, pit on the same lap. They have 67 laps currently on their fuel tank. Chin saving, Fode is not, and Chin is 4.5 seconds back.
Yeah, so now you wonder, when are we going to see the 40? Because he's not leaving himself much time here. Has he just fully committed to praying for a caution? Bit of a risky strategy.
And you see, with Joshua Chin going by right now, that's Daniel Gore. We also got Tyler Pop and Tate Lytle making their way by on the inside. So that is one full lap he has on those cars.
Yeah. So if Chin can stretch it, he'd be in the catbird seat.
Those technically would be the cars he would be battling for the win should Fode actually need to pit himself.
There he goes.
There he is, right on cue.
Yep, race leader Tyler Fode pitting. See, looks like Caleb Perfumer bringing it down as well.
Do you take just right sides if you're Fode?
That's going to be sketchy at this car, at this track. It's an option, but I don't know if it's a viable option. Tyler Pop got by Daniel Gore. Tate Lytle looms large behind those two. Tyler Fode down and away. Jacob Adams retiring from the race with less than 20 to go.
All right, it's on.
Alright, well, let's see. Where does he come out? He comes out well behind. He is a half a lap behind Pop and Lytle, as Pop and Lytle are battling, and there goes Tate around the two. Take over the lead of the pitting strategy.
Sideways off of two, saves it.
Oh.
Pop's gonna get a run on the outside.
Do you guys think we're at the point where if a caution comes out, it's still gonna benefit Joshua? Because if some of these guys, stay out, then Joshua will have fresh tires, or if they all come down Perry Road, then he'll probably still be in the front.
Yeah. Go on, Victor.
Oh yeah, I mean, sorry, I wouldn't pit, even if I were Joshua Chin, because it seems like the tire fall up isn't even that existent to make a difference, as these guys are already about 20 laps into their tire run as well.
I see what you mean, and I agree with that, except in Joshua's case, because the these are going to be like 60 plus lap old tires. I feel like that compared to the much fresher tires of everyone else would cost him the race if he was able to stay out.
Yeah, hopefully we don't see a caution. Got Fody going by Chin at the moment to get himself back on the lead lap.
Yeah, right now, Tate Lytle, he is about 18 seconds behind the leader of Joshua Chin.
The first car to pit on the caution that came out to fuel back up was Scott Crump. So he has got 69 laps. I'm sure he is well clear of making it to the end. So Scott Crump, Johnny Thomas, that's your top three. Ryan Gable and Nick Massey rounding out the top five.
Yeah, the big question mark is that 93. Will Joshua Chin have enough fuel to make it? As Tate goes around the 48 and Nick Massey to get back up into the top five.
Yeah, just as I shout out Massey being in fifth, Lytle with the fresh tires making his way by.
Meanwhile, Tyler Fody is back on the lead lap now in P13 right now. Gotta give a shout out to David Westergreen. Even with the damage, he's sitting P10 right now.
Very good run. And right now, as Lytle goes by Gable for fourth, they are 14 seconds back of Joshua Chin with coming up on 11 laps to go.
Oh
Caution.
My God,
No.
Chaos, we got a caution. Wow. Wow.
I'm not sure where it was. I didn't quite catch anything.
I don't see what it's for either.
Tyler Fody into turn 3 gets into the back of Mark Rabilas.
Tyler just wasn't able to anticipate. I'm surprised that brought out a caution, though.
That will put Fody, looks like a lap down at the moment. Joshua Chin coming down pit lane. Scott Crump. Looks like Johnny Thomas.
Lytle stays out, as expected. He was the last one to go down pit road.
Yep, there's Joshua Chin bringing it in to get rid of those old tires.
All right, so if I'm right, I'm seeing one car that did not pit.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Ay, Dios mío. Whoa, baby, this is gonna get wild.
And this brings a lot of other drivers back into the picture because we know some drivers have the long run speed and we've seen them pull away time and time again here tonight. But when we've had these short runs, there's been about 10 to 12 cars that really have had a shot at the front.
Absolutely.
High line all 10 laps. That's what I'm doing. They have less than 10 laps now. Do we do a green-white checkered in this series?
Nope. Classic.
So that is something else really big to consider because anything from this point on could be the point of no return.
Yep.
Fody will be starting at the front of this pack. Technically a lap behind the lead, but will be starting first. Lytle second in line will be the leader. Joshua Chin on fresh tires right behind.
Yeah. awkward spot for him to be in. We'll see how this works. This pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Tyler Fode will lead us to the restart zone. And green means go. We're back underway at the Rock. 6 laps to go from Rockingham.
And Chin got a great restart again.
That he did. It's going to be real tough for Tate. Oh, chaos. We got another caution. Oh, Joey Bailey. Oh, no. Oh, that was shaping up to be a great run for the 35.
That will put Tyler Fode in the lead now.
Fode back around. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what Tyler Fode will need. But how many laps to go are we going to have?
Might be 2 to go. Might be a natural green-white checker or 1 to go.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah, Bailey had such a great run going today, and just terrible time for that to happen. Not much time to come back and make up those spots again.
Nope. Oh boy.
Still got the lights on the pace car.
So if I had to guess, maybe 3 or 4 laps to go is what we'll have.
I think 3 looks about right. Great run for Ryan Gable here while we have a moment. Running 3rd. Haven't seen up towards the top 5 too much this year, so hopefully he can close it out with a podium finish.
Yeah, in fact, I think he's missed a good chunk of races too.
Yeah, it'd be huge for him. Really picked a great strategy here tonight.
No kidding. All right, 1 to green. We are going to have 3 laps to go from the Rock when the pace car pulls off. It's the calm before the storm, folks at home.
Yeah, everyone in the crowd on their feet here at Rockingham. Sold out.
Yes, sir.
That's every race here.
Yep, and they're going to be treated to one heck of a show.
So 31 laps on Tate Lytle's tires. Is that going to be too many, or is the kind of tire roulette going to work in his favor?
Definitely helps with him being able to control this restart.
Chin's been incredible at these restarts all day.
As we see the pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Tate Lytle will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go.
Oh,
we are
my.
back underway at Rockingham. What a fantastic jump from Joshua Chin. Oh, this might be Tate Lytle's hopes up in smoke. Here comes Chin to the inside of the 56.
The fresh tires.
He ships it on down. Can he clear Tate Lytle? He will. Tate gonna try the crossover, but I don't know if he's gonna have the tire life left.
Yeah, Chin can run that high line, get the momentum off it too.
Yep, he will clear.
Nice job.
As we see, I believe that's Daniel Gore right behind, trying to run them down and trying to hold on to P3 from
Caution!
Borges.
Race over.
Got a caution.
Oh, that's it. Oh, we got a big one. Ryan Gable.
Gable. Oh, hard
Johnny
break.
Thomas. Oh, and we
Cars
got
everywhere.
a parking lot down on the apron.
Oh my. A lot of
Oh,
good finishes taken away from some drivers there. It's too bad.
Huge checkups.
absolutely.
Tough finish for a lot of those guys there.
Yeah, don't think we anticipated anything different though. Cautions breed cautions, and that will end it. Coming off of turn 4, Joshua Chin, the last lap pass is gonna get him the win. Joshua Chin wins at Rockingham. Fantastic run from the 93.
Yeah.
That fuel save strategy ended up working to perfection.
Well-deserved win for Joshua Chin. Pole sitter by a significant margin. I think he really had this track dialed in all day. The restarts were phenomenal. Just great win all around.
Absolutely. Oh, what a night of racing from the Rock. To see everyone giving the congratulations to the 93. Burn it down, Joshua Chin.
He's been waiting a while to do this. Looking great down the front stretch here at Rockingham.
Absolutely.
Any chance this is Joshua's home track? Because sometimes it makes you wonder, yeah.
And he's doing a reverse Polish victory lap.
This is awesome. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Has anyone done this?
I haven't seen it either. This is just flexing on everybody.
Great way to wrap it up here for the 93.
Absolutely. All right, Carlos, do we have any more ads or ad breaks we need to take care of?
No, we just go through the results and then talk to the drivers.
Alrighty, read them off for us, Carlos, since it's a bit hard to see.
That's
from
all
my
right.
sight.
Well, obviously, Joshua Chin got tonight's victory. I think his first of the season. Tate Lytle finishing in second. Daniel Gore with a fantastic top 3 in third place. Ryan Borges in 4th. Scott Crump finished tonight's race in 5th with Tyler Popp in 6th. Nick Massey and Cale Peacock finished 7th and 8th. Ryan Gabel 9th. Tyler Fody rebounding from being 1 lap down there at the end to finishing in a top 10 spot there in 10th. David Westergreen got an 11th place finish. John Thomas 12th. Finishes that I'm sure David and Thomas did not want to get tonight. Joey Bailey in 13th, running strong in the top 10 all race. Unfortunately, that last caution and I think pretty big wreck there caught him up and resulted in an even worse finish. Chris Wright in 14th, Mark Robilas 15th, David Phillips in 16th, 17th will be Josh Clark, and 18th will be Frank Fody. And then rounding out the rest of the field, 19th will be Trent Roloff, Caleb Pacumer in 20th, Sam Boutwell 21st, Jacob Adams 22nd, Andrew Hardcastle in 23rd place, Andrew Rucker in 24th, Ethan Stanley, unfortunately, just, if you want a guaranteed caution, wait till Ethan Stanley goes down Pier Road, because that's what happened, and decided to call it a night there in 25th. Mike Goodman in 26th, just struggling pretty much the few laps he ran tonight's race, and Elaine Norgard It's just one of the worst cases of horrendous luck I have witnessed in all my times of broadcasting. Involved in 3 cautions in the first 20 laps, and none of them were his doing. That's going to be it for the results.
Alrighty, and now it's time for us to start off with our...
We didn't get a replay of that last lap crash that brought the caution. Do we know who was involved?
Johnny Thomas
Brian
and
Gable.
Gable, yeah.
Brian Gable, let me put the camera on Gable and then see what we can find, because that was a pretty big crash that unfortunately ended the race there. Oh yeah, Johnny Thomas making contact with the 01.
Just braking early into turn 3 before Thomas was ready, and huge stack up with nowhere for anyone to go.
Yeah.
Tough luck. Like I mentioned, a lot of good drivers there had great runs going, and unfortunately don't get the results they probably deserved.
Whew! Caleb got lucky.
Yeah, look at that. Go on board with Caleb. That'd be something.
Excuse me, Kale.
Is it? Oh boy.
Wow.
That's the slowest spin I've ever seen in front of someone. Good job. Joey Bailey had some rough luck there at the end, bringing out that second to last caution. I'm not sure if he made it through. And you pick up a few spots here. Nope, not quite.
Probably picked up 1 spot.
Yeah. Now the drag race to the finish line.
All right, let's see if we can get your top 3 drivers for an interview.
Yes, sir. It's time to talk to the podium. First will be our 3rd place finisher of Daniel Gore.
There he is, guys.
Danny G, James in the booth, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, what a heck of a run for you tonight. P3. Take us through the night. You played the strategy game there and was able to get you some good spots before the caution came out.
I mean, I was debating it with my crew chief at Cam on the box for me tonight, and I wanted to come earlier for tires, but he was like, no, stay out, stay out. So I continued to stay out, and then I was getting looser and looser and looser, so I was like, screw it. We're coming in at 160. And that might have been the straw, I guess, because the lap following that, or it was 2 laps, Tate was down, and Tyler was down. And even just that 1-2 lap jump put me out like 3-4 seconds ahead of Tate, and I was like a second or 2 behind before the stop. So even just that small little undercut put me way out there, and I was like, all right, I'll try and keep him under me for this last little stint. And then that's when the caution came out. And
Yeah.
It was a no-brainer for me for 2 tires, I think. I didn't want to lose too much track position.
Take us through what was going through your head when we got that caution.
I was actually... I don't think I really had a reaction to it. It was... I kind of wanted it, but not really. It was better off for me because I pit earlier, so to put some fresh tires on. That's what I needed to do anything there, and managed to get Gavel on the jump. And had we stayed green and not gone under caution again, I might have got Tate, I don't know. But Joshua had just a little bit too much on me there.
Yeah, just an absolute fantastic run for you tonight. Were you anticipating a good run coming into tonight's race?
I was expecting it to be better than the other, I guess, quote-unquote normal tracks. I mean, this is a track I've had the pleasure of going to in real life. I love it. It's an awesome facility. I've done quite a few races here. already in the Gen 4 series and iRacing with Cam. So I already had quite a bit of experience, I'd say. More practice than I would normally have for most of these races. Usually a new experience for me. So yeah, I kind of expected it a little bit.
Alrighty, well, it was a heck of a run for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Well, Cameron, obviously. He helped me through tonight while he was watching his baseball, so I don't think his team made it, if I'm not mistaken, but I know he enjoys it anyway. And Cameron's cat, Nugget, was the car chief, quote-unquote, by him, so I guess Cameron's cat too.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Danny, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Thank you.
Alrighty, time to toss over to Victor for a runner-up.
Yeah, let's get Tate Lytle in here, our second place finisher on the day at the sub or a Hoagie 200. Tate Lytle, Victor in the booth here. You got me?
I got you.
Right on, man. Great finish yet again here in the series. Yeah, seeing everyone take tires there in the rearview mirror there on that last stop, you know, knowing that everyone else pit, would you have done the same thing, or is track position more important to you at that point in the race?
I think had it gone the last 9 laps green, I probably would have been preaching a different story, but I still think I netted out better than I would have, because I was going to restart probably 4th or 5th, because I was running 5th there, and I don't think I was going to be in any position to do any better than 2nd, so we'll take it. I was hoping, I tried to go late in the box there and try and see if anyone tried to jump it and get a caution before I had to really defend myself, and ended up spinning the tires in 3rd gear a little bit and allowed Josh to get underneath me. And I think if I can stay clear of him off of 2, I would have had a fighting chance just being able to get to the bottom in 3. But 2nd's good points tonight. Really wish we could have got the win, but all things considered, with all the strategy and cautions and all the things that could have gone wrong, as you saw for poor Fody, we'll take 2nd and at least have a little bit of a buffer between me and him going into Talladega, where I feel like he's probably a little bit better than me there. But I guess, 20% of it's just luck when you go to those tracks, so hopefully we can be on the right side of the luck in 3 weeks' time and at least get a solid finish out of it, because I like the final 4 tracks. I feel like kind of set up pretty decent for me, so hopefully this is the beginning of the championship run, and we'll just continue to do everything we could. But shout out to Brent Wentz, Days Gone By Vintage Racing Apparel, for being on the car as always. I forgot to send a link to my dad. I know sometimes he pulls up YouTube and it's on there, so Dad, if you're watching, sorry for forgetting to send you the link, and thanks for watching. But sorry I didn't get the win for you.
But hey, yeah, it was an awesome race there, Tate. I mean, just great job finishing 2nd. You know, this is a tough track, as I'm sure you're very aware. But, you know, what happened about halfway through the race? Because you had to come back from the back of the field. We noticed that, and we weren't sure what to happen. So fill us in on what happened there about halfway through that caused you to get to the rear of the field.
Well, I just had a really good long run there and got the lead. And then for the second race in a row, I sped on pit road, so I gotta stop shooting myself in the foot. And who knows how it would have worked out? It could have worked out totally worse and totally different with how circumstantial racing could be. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of restarting in 22nd, that's for sure.
Well, it's great to see you come through the field, and already gave your shout outs there. Just one last question for you, though. You spoke about Talladega briefly. How do you approach Talladega next week with this championship hanging in the balance?
Well, I need to do some practice races. Hopefully I can find something that's plate with this car, because I heard they've changed it a lot since we ran Daytona, and that's the last time I ran a plate track with the car. So need to get some practice. And I heard it's not what it was. So I guess just kind of try and keep yourself up front, keep yourself in the lead draft. Don't take any unnecessary risks until you're on the backside of the grass on the last lap, and at least if you crash then, you'll slide across the line. So
Yeah, that's right. Well, we got a few weeks to practice for it. We've got a few weeks off here, but look forward to seeing you again in that around October 21st, I think, is when we'll be back on track and talk to you then and hopefully get a good run to the end of the season.
Yeah, hope so. Thanks, guys.
All right, send it back over to James to have an interview with our winner.
Yes, sir. Josh, James in the booth, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, what a race. Man, everything got kind of flipped in those last 50 laps. First of all, I got to ask, because we saw you in that final long run. You jumped out to a huge lean, and then you fell back and went hard on the fuel save. If we don't get that caution, were you going to make it?
Yeah, it was gonna be good. It was a okay number to hit. It wasn't easy. I was having to lift like start finish line into turn 1 and the rock banner going into turn 3. But otherwise, it was a pretty easy save to get there. Just had to make sure people on tires didn't run me over, but we were gonna make it.
What was going through your mind when we did end up getting that caution? Did you think you were hosed, or were you like, okay, heck yeah?
I was definitely a little disappointed. I didn't quite know what it was going to do on 2, and I knew that that was kind of out the window there, so I had to take 4. I figured more people were going to stay out there, so I was pretty ecstatic when I saw it was only Tate, so I figured I'd have a shot as long as we got some green flag laps. We didn't on the first run there, but second one we got it, and then they wrecked, and it didn't matter because it was already had a Tate, so it worked out great. Definitely would have rather seen it without the caution, but it worked out great.
Yeah, you were dominating the early part too. It seemed like you just had a great handle for Rockingham. You know, getting the pole and just being arguably the fastest guy on track.
Yeah, I like Rockingham a lot. Rockingham and any of the flat tracks and these cars just really works for me. Mile and halves aren't really my strong suit in it, but flat, short tracks work out great for me, and happy to get a win on this season, at least one.
Alrighty, well, awesome job tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Huge shout out to everyone at Power Slide on the IndyCar side, Team Hype, Dalen Bar Visuals, and shout out to Chad, everyone Elite that makes the league run, and shout out to you guys for the broadcast.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Josh, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yep, thank you guys.
Alrighty, well, that just about does it. What a fantastic night of racing. Victor, what are your closing thoughts for tonight's event?
Well, I think we got just about everything we expected out of this one. The Rockingham delivered a lot of chaos. We had a lot of great passing and racing with the different lines on track. Didn't see the tire degradation we were anticipating, but I think it worked out for the better because we got better racing for it. And I am just really thrilled with Joshua Chin and his drive today. Being able to see him save fuel like he was and just really deserved the win, and I'm glad he was able to come home with it. So all in all, great race, and can't wait for Talladega in a few weeks.
Absolutely. Well, believe that just about does it for us. For my broadcast partners, Victor Aldrich and Carlos Acosta, I'm James Watson bidding you adieu, and we will see you in a few weeks' time for Talladega.